Hello?
Hi, Ned. It's Nancy.
Hey, Nance. I couldn't tell it was you because you're not calling from your cell phone.
No coverage out here. I'm in the middle of the Canadian Rockies, remember?
Oh, I haven't forgotten. Everything okay?
Well, as a matter of fact, just as I got here, the bunkhouse blew up.
Yikes. So there was another act of sabotage?
Or it could have been an accident. The sheriff is running some tests, and I haven't taken a really good look at the crime scene yet.
Nothing like starting things off with a bang. Sorry, couldn't resist.
A lone wolf has been hanging out around the lodge lately.
A wolf? That's kind of cool.
No, what's cool is that it dug me out of an avalanche and saved my life.
You're kidding me. Why would a wolf do that?
I don't know. Yet.
So, you've got a wolf hanging around that acts like Lassie. What else?
Bad news. Chantal is insisting that if I need help, I get it from this police consultant she hired. A guy named Tino Balducci.
Tino Balducci? Not that cop who-
That's the one.
How does Chantal know him?
All I know is she thinks he's charming, and for this case I have to get all my hints from him.
Well, I'm sure he'll be very helpful. Not as helpful as, say, I would have been, of course, but very helpful.
The guy who built Icicle Creek Lodge also built this weird concrete pyramid thing nearby that everyone calls Trapper Dan's Needle.
What's it for?
No one knows, but there was a piece of black nylon-type fabric sticking out of it, like there's a door in it and someone had snagged their clothes on it on their way in.
So you think there's a door, but you can't see one?
Right.
Well, just keep poking around. If something's got a front door, it usually has a back door, too.
That's all I have to report.
You can call me anytime. Got that?
Got it. Bye.
information?
I'm calling from the Icicle Creek Lodge, but I wanted to report an avalanche at Chicken Ridge.
Anyone injured or trapped?
Not anymore.
We'll check it out. Thanks for the heads up. Hey, wait a minute. You know Ollie Randall?
The handyman here at the lodge?
He's also on the patrol. Do me a favor and tell him that the explosives training in Calgary has been postponed till next month.
Explosives training?
Sometimes the patrol has to use explosives to bring down unstable snow. Yearly training sessions are mandatory. Ollie'll know what I'm talking about.
I'll tell him.
Appreciate it.
One more thing. Have any of you guys been setting off explosives anywhere near the Icicle Creek Lodge recently?
Nope, sure haven't.
Well, thanks. Bye.
What you need?
The Avalanche Patrol asked me to tell you that the explosives training session in Calgary has been postponed till next month.
Well, hallelujah. I didn't really want to go anywhere until I finished off that wolf. Now I won't have to.
So, you're on the Avalanche Patrol, huh?
Yep. Dang, I just remembered. Patrol wants me to keep an eye on Skookum Ridge for the next couple of weeks. Here. There's the key to the snowmobile. Take it out to Skookum Ridge and see if there's been an avalanche.
You want me to check it out?
Seat it so you don't have to worry about the cold. Make sure you call the patrol and give them a report when you're done. You can handle that, can't you?
You bet.
Good. Two more things. That Bill Kessler guy's getting bored being the only one around here doing any ice fishing. He wants competition. So if he says anything to you, just remember that Chantal wants you to keep the guests we got happy. Other thing is, a cold snap's on its way. You think it's cold now? Just wait. Gotta be real careful anytime you're outside. So, we done here?
Have you ever seen Trapper Dan's Needle?
Course.
What can you tell me about it?
All I can tell you is it was built by the same stir-crazy old guy who built this place. Maybe something in that display up in the lobby will tell you what you want to know.
I'll get out of your hair now.
Good.
Can't check that off yet. Been there, done that. That's finished. Check. Check. That's finished. Check.
Hey, excellent job on the snow shoveling, eh? We had ourselves one fine time out there because of you, especially Lou here.
I beat him 5 times.
By the slimmest of margins. Which is why now he's too chicken to go mano a mano with me out there in the ice fishing shack.
Snowshoeing's my thing, dude. Besides, it's animal cruelty.
Gimme a break. You ever been ice fishing?
As a matter of fact, I have.
Excellent. Here's the deal. I need some competition, so I want you to go out there and try to catch a bigger fish than I caught yesterday, which means you gotta catch a 2-foot northern pike. Now, it's a bit of a hike out to the lake, but the shack is solar heated, so it's nice and warm inside. So what do you say, kiddo? You game?
Anything to make you guests happy.
Atta girl.
Are you by any chance related to Rolf Kessler, the guy who used to build carousels around the turn of the last century?
No idea.
I'd better get going.
Glad you dropped by.
What's up?
So you go to school in California?
Yep. University of California at Brea.
Is this your winter break?
Yeah, I just figured I needed a change of scenery.
How'd you hear about this place?
What is this, like the Spanish Inquisition?
Hey, give her a break. She's just trying to make pleasant conversation.
Oh, right. My car broke down on my way to Lake Louise last summer. Pulled in here to wait for the tow truck and figured it'd be a cool place to visit during the winter, so here I am.
So, you like to snowshoe?
I like doing stuff outside. Snowshoeing's about all I can afford.
Is it a hard sport to learn?
You don't learn how to snowshoe. If you need to get through snow that's too deep to walk through, you slap on some snowshoes and you just do it.
Do you ever see anyone else when you're out there snowshoeing?
I see that Yanni guy sometimes. I'll be plodding along and he'll go zooming by. Those skis of his are like rockets, man. He's all like zippy zoom.
Do you ever hear explosions?
Yeah, and they freak me out. It doesn't take a very big sound to trigger an avalanche. And when you're out there by yourself, nothing will ruin your day faster than a couple of tons of snow roaring your way at 100 miles an hour.
Tell me about it. What do you think about all the weird things that have been happening around here?
I think they're kind of cool. Accidents make life colorful, you know?
You wouldn't be saying that if you were the one who'd slipped on those ice-covered stairs or eaten that bad potato salad or had those 4 flat tires.
Hey, I had that broken window.
Broken window?
I went snowshoeing on like the 3rd day I was here, and when I got back, the window in my room was broken. Glass was all over the place.
Was anything missing from your room?
Nah, it wasn't a burglary. It was like the window just decided to break. I mean, there was no rock on the floor, no bullet, no nothing.
It was the wolf. Tried to jump up into your room, but didn't quite make it.
That's bogus, dude. My room's on the 2nd floor, and besides, wolves don't do stuff like that.
Hey, that wolf does a lot of stuff wolves aren't supposed to do. That's why it needs to be hunted down.
It's just doing its thing, man. Get off its case. Anyway, my window broke and nobody knows why. Pretty awesome, huh?
What inspired you to become an art major?
Dirt.
You were inspired by dirt?
I create works of art by manipulating naturally occurring geophysical substances like dirt. Sometimes I just use my hands, but most of the time heavy machinery is involved.
Oh, brother.
Nobody understands my art. But that's cool. To be great is to be misunderstood. FYI, Ralph Waldo Emerson said that.
Well, I'll let you go.
Rock and roll.
Zippily, zipping, zipful, zippy, zestful zeal. Order up. Order up. Order up. Order up. Order up.
Hello?
Hi, is this Mr. Jenkins?
Yeah, this is Carl. Nuts. Missed him.
Well, my name is Nancy Drew. I heard that you had an accident at Icicle Creek Lodge and wondered if you could tell me a little more about it.
Not much to tell. Ha! Take that, Captain Keen! I went there to do a little ice fishing, and I slipped going down some stairs and fractured my tibia in 2 places. Can't work, can't go out. All I can do is sit around and play this stupid video game. Oh, no, you don't!
I understand the stairs were a little icy.
They were covered with ice. I was lucky I didn't fracture my skull. Yes, yes! Hey, look, I'm about 4 laser strikes away from ruling the Gargoulian Galaxy, so I gotta go, okay? You got any more questions? Check with the people at the lodge. Gotcha!
got it, sweetheart.
Hi, is this Brenda and Derek Southwaite?
Yes, it is.
Is this a solicitation?
Honey, you're so suspicious.
Only because you can be way too nice for your own good, darling.
I'm not selling anything. I just want to ask you about your recent stay at Icicle Creek Lodge.
You mean Gassicle Leak Lodge?
Oh, very clever, sweetie. Gas was leaking from so many places while we were there, it's a wonder the place didn't blow sky high.
I heard something about your almost being overcome by fumes in the sauna.
Well, we had just gone ice skating, so we decided to warm up in the sauna. So we were sitting in there, and everything was fine until both of us started feeling a little woozy.
We started feeling a lot woozy.
And the next thing we knew, that Russian skier came in.
Actually, I think he was Slovakian.
The point is, he told us he smelled gas and thought we should get out, so we did.
Barely. By that point, the fumes were making us both ill, if you know what I mean.
That poor skier. By the time he helped us get out of there, he was almost as green as we were.
Awful experience.
Horrible. And it was our honeymoon.
At least the owner had the decency to give us a full refund.
Oops, the shuttle's here, sweetheart. We're off to Aspen. Kind of a second first honeymoon.
Long story short, if you're thinking about going to Icicle Creek Lodge, don't.
Well, I appreciate the advice. Have fun.
Oh, we will. Bye.
Bye.
I better not follow this trail until I know for sure where it goes. I better not follow this trail until I know for sure where it goes. The sign's not buried, so I guess there hasn't been an avalanche.
Halt! By order of the Snow Princess, you shall not pass! You have defeated the Snow Princess. You may pass.
The face from a clock, it's all melted. Part of the timing device that was used to trigger the bomb that blew up the bunkhouse, maybe? Check. If I don't get warm soon, I may not make it. Oh my gosh. It looks like someone came in here and just wrecked everything, including the fishing gear. So much for catching a 2-foot northern pike. Left behind by whoever trashed this place, maybe? 202-555-7237. That's a U.S. phone number. I can't fish without a hook and line. I'm starting to get really cold. I feel warmer already. Somebody left me a note.
Hey, Nancy. I was wondering when your number there was going to show up on caller ID. This is Tino Balducci. Remember me? From that last train to Blue Moon Canyon we went on? Yeah, I'm the one who helped you find that long-lost treasure.
I'm not sure helped is the right word, Mr. Balducci.
Please, call me Tino.
In fact, Tino, I'm a little surprised you're still in law enforcement, considering some of the unethical, if not illegal, stunts you pulled back then.
Hey, that's all behind me. Ancient history. Water under the bridge. So, looks like we're gonna be working together on this sabotage thing, huh?
Looks like.
Well, you'll be happy to know that I'm working on something that'll pretty much crack this case wide open. But in the meantime, what can I do you for?
I'm curious, how do you know Chantal?
Friend of a friend heard about all the problems she was having up there and immediately figured she could use my crime-solving expertise. So I gave her a call, we had lunch, we hit it off, and bingo. I got myself a new client.
How many clients do you have?
I have enough. I mean, you go spreading yourself too thin in this business, and the next thing you know, crime out the wazoo. Hey, look, you sure you don't need a hint or something?
Maybe later.
Oh. Well, Chantel hired me to be at your disposal, so you know where to find me. Arrivederci.
Bye.
Hello?
Hi, Chantal.
Nancy! Listen, before I forget, Ollie called and said that one of the guests, that Bill guy.
Bill Kessler.
Kessler, right. Apparently he's been agitating for someone to compete against him in some kind of ice fishing contest.
I know. He asked me and I said I would.
Good, because as I said before, you and Ollie are to keep what few guests we have at the lodge happy. If they want you to go ice fishing, I want you to go ice fishing. So, what else is going on?
Is it true that you promised Ollie a raise, but you haven't given it to him yet?
He told you that? I can't believe it.
Meaning...
Okay, I mentioned to Ollie once that I thought he maybe deserved a raise, and now every time I turn around, he's all like, "Where's the raise you promised me? Where's the raise you promised me?" Doesn't he realize I have a few other things to think about right now? I swear, sometimes that crabby little whiner drives me nuts.
That's it for now.
Good. Talk to you soon.
Sheriff's office, this is Mohican.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew at the Icicle Creek Lodge. We met the other night when you were investigating the bunkhouse explosion.
Oh, yeah, that bright kid from the States. What do you need?
Well, I found a melted clock face close to where the bunkhouse used to be, and I wondered if it could have been what triggered the explosion. You know, the timer.
I found that clock face, too. Left it there because any fingerprints on it would have melted away along with everything else. And besides, Ollie Randall said all the room clocks at the lodge looked like that. Could have been one that was in the bunkhouse to begin with.
Oh, right.
You shouldn't go poking around on your own like that. There could still be explosives lying around. Although I hear it takes a pretty big bang to set off C4.
C4?
Plastic explosive? That's what blew up the bunkhouse. Lab result came in less than an hour ago.
Is C4 hard to get?
Not if you're in the military or do any kind of demolition. In Eastern Europe, it's called Semtex. It's not that hard to handle either. For somebody who's had training in explosives, it's a piece of cake.
Did you learn anything else from the lab tests you did after the bunkhouse explosion?
Nope. Unfortunately, that bunkhouse wasn't particularly well made, so when it exploded, pretty much everything got melted into a blob or blown to smithereens or burned to a crisp.
Do you need some kind of permit to hunt wolves around here?
No, ma'am.
You mean Ollie Randall can go after that white wolf that's been hanging around outside the lodge and just shoot it?
Yes, ma'am. It's always open season on wolves out here. You can kill as many of them as you want.
Somehow that doesn't seem right.
Well, the animals wolves go after don't have a problem with it, I can guarantee you that.
I almost got caught in an avalanche at Chicken Ridge that was triggered by a big explosion.
An explosion? Are you sure it wasn't just the sound of someone shooting a rifle, maybe?
No, it sounded like someone had set off a bomb. In fact, afterwards I found a crater, like someone had deliberately blown a hole in the ground underneath the snow.
Unless it was someone shooting off fireworks or something, I have no idea what it could have been.
Thanks for your help.
Have a good day.
dedicated to making sure that the wild animals of North America remain wild. No one can take your call at the moment because all of our volunteer staff is busy blocking access to California's wilderness areas in order to protect their cougar, bear, and condor populations. But if you leave your name and number after the beep, someone will eventually get back to you. Especially if you want to make a donation.
Hey, little Miss Fisherman. What can I do for you?
I hate to tell you this, but someone wrecked all the fishing gear that was in the fishing shack.
What? You're kidding. So my gear's ruined?
Yes, was that your only equipment?
Wait a minute. Ollie ice fishes. Go ask him for a hook and line, and don't take no for an answer.
I'll see you two later, okay?
See you later.
What's up?
Nice talking to you.
Ditto, dude.
Nancy, I am glad to see you.
I am not disturbing your routine?
You must listen. I was outside skiing very fast, as usual, and suddenly, boom! Snow, dirt, rocks, everything went flying into the air right in front of me. There is a mad bomber on the loose.
You think it was a bomb?
Of course it was a bomb. My competitors bombed the bunkhouse thinking I would be so frightened that I would abandon my training and leave. Only I wasn't frightened. So now they are trying to bomb me.
Do you think they're responsible for all the accidents that have been happening around here as well?
My competitors and the governments behind them, they are as desperate as they are ruthless. They are capable of anything. They can operate anywhere in the world, under all conditions. It would not surprise me if someone right here in the lodge is right now under their employ. But to them, I say, "Pah!" They do not scare me. I am the best cross-country skier in the world. I will neutralize their petty threats with my excellent strength, skill, and speed. I am sorry. Enough about my problems. Did you want something?
Ever see Lou Talbot when you're out there training?
The college student? Just yesterday I had to slow down to avoid colliding with him. It ruined my whole session.
That's all for now.
Come back anytime.
You check out Skookum Ridge.
Yep, no avalanche. There's your snowmobile key.
You make a report to the Avalanche Patrol.
Not yet.
That's okay. I'll call them. What else do you want?
Someone went into the ice fishing shack and ruined all of Bill Kessler's equipment.
Probably some animal-loving eco-fanatic who figured it was time to save the fish.
Problem is, Mr. Kessler still insists that I try to catch a 2-foot northern pike.
Say no more. There's my tackle box. It's all yours. Kessler tried to rope me into competing with him, but I can't very well do that when you've got my hook and line now, can I?
No, I don't suppose you can.
What else do you want?
I'll get out of your hair now.
Good.
Well, who are you?
My name's Nancy Drew.
Perhaps what I should have asked Nancy is, what are you? You're obviously much too young to be a paying guest.
I'm the new maid.
Oh, the new maid, thank goodness! I was wondering how much longer the owner expected us to endure these conditions and still pay full price.
How long has Elsa been gone?
2 days, I think. Maybe even 3. I don't know. It's all a blur of dirt and dust and soap residue. My name is Guadalupe Comillo. My friends call me Lupe. 2 things, dear. First, the alarm clock is missing from my room. I don't necessarily need another one. I just don't want to be charged for that one, seeing as I have no idea where it went to. Second, be a doll and clean my room first. It'll hardly take you any time at all, especially compared to the other rooms. The other guests are all men. Single men.
Well, I'm happy to report that I've already cleaned your room.
Excellent.
I hate to sound nosy, but what are you doing?
Birds. I'm watching birds. That's what I am, you see, a bird watcher. Sometimes I go outside and watch, and sometimes I stay inside. It all depends on what the birds feel like doing and what I feel like doing.
What kind of birds do you see here?
In the short time I've been here, I've seen hawks, Eagles, orioles, cardinals, jays, nothing truly rare. But to a wildlife lover such as myself, seeing them in such a spectacular setting is thrilling nonetheless.
Have you met the other guests?
I've bumped into them at one time or another, yes. I don't spend all my time in front of this window. That Yanni fellow, he's very talented, but extremely intense. His whole life revolves around being the best in the world. As for the two who are always sitting across the way playing that silly game, the older man, Bill Kessler, he's no deep thinker, but he's nice enough. But the other one, that college student, talking to him is like trying to converse with a giant turnip. No social graces whatsoever. I almost prefer talking to the handyman. Almost. Anyone that intent on destroying something as glorious as that wolf is hardly worth talking to.
Have you ever seen the wolf that's been hanging out around here?
No. Not that I'm looking for it, of course. Yanni occasionally skis by, and that dullard of a student, I see him snowshoeing occasionally. But I've yet to see the wolf. Have you seen it?
Yeah, up close and personal, as a matter of fact.
How did it act? Was it aggressive? Did it look injured?
Actually, I think it may have saved my life.
Really? Of course, its behavior does suggest that it's had contact with humans before. Have you told anyone else what you just told me?
No?
Good. Don't. You see, I'd like to see this wolf for myself, and I don't want everyone else going after it and scaring it away. And there's no telling what that trigger-happy handyman might do. So it'll just be our little secret, all right?
Do you want a book about birds of the Southwest?
I might. Why do you ask?
Because I found a piece of a book cover in the fishing shack, and since it was about birds, I wondered if it was yours.
No, it's not from any book I have. I've never been in the ice fishing shack, so how could it be?
Good luck with your birding.
Ta-ta!
Is this yours?
What, that bullet? Don't be silly. Why would I be carrying ammunition around?
It kind of looked like it dropped out of your pocket.
Well, since it was never in my pocket, that's impossible now, isn't it? It was probably lying there on the floor all along, and you just happened to kick it into view, that's all. This did used to be a hunting lodge, dear. I wouldn't worry about it.
You used that bullet I found on the floor to alter the sights on Ollie Randall's rifle, didn't you?
What? That's so ridiculous. It's laughable.
You did it because you're a member of Run and Grow Free, and you're trying to protect the wolf at any cost, aren't you?
Look at me. Do I really look like some kind of wildlife fanatic?
I never judge books by their covers, Miss Camillo. Look, I don't want to see anything happen to that wolf either. If you belong to Run and Grow Free, just tell me. I'm good at keeping secrets, believe me.
You're right. I am a member of Run and Grow Free. I did make sure that brute would miss if he took a shot at the wolf, and I will do whatever it takes to protect that beautiful creature.
So, you're here undercover?
Yes.
What are you going to do next?
That's all I'm going to tell you, Nancy. And if you really are concerned about the wolf's welfare, you won't repeat any of this to anyone. Let's not talk anymore, Nancy. People are starting to get suspicious.
Order up. Order up. Order up. Order up. Order up. Hi, are you Mrs. Farringdale?
Put your socks on in the car, okay? We're late. This better not be a sales call because I really don't have time.
No, my name is Nancy Drew, and I'm calling from the Icicle Creek Lodge. You know, in Canada.
After what happened to me and my family, I have no intention of going back there ever, no matter how many freebies you throw in. I thought I made that clear. Put that cookie down and get in the car.
I'm not really with the lodge. I just wondered if you could tell me what happened.
The three of us had meatloaf, potato salad, and green beans for dinner one night. And by 4 the next morning, we were all sick as dogs and had to be taken to the hospital. We recovered quickly, thank goodness. But the minute we got out, we went straight to the airport. I will never set foot in that lodge again. The worst of it is, I made poor little Susie eat all of her potato salad that night. Eat it, I said. It's cold out. You need the carbs. Now she refuses to eat any kind of potatoes, even French fries. All our friends think she's a freak, and all our friends' mothers think I'm a freak for going to Canada for winter break instead of Disney World like everyone else. Turn that TV off. I have to go. Susie's got a soccer game, and I'm snack mom. Only I haven't been to the store yet. Maybe I can sneak out during halftime.
Sure, just pull out the orange slices and no one will notice.
Oh my gosh, the orange slices. Susie, get in the car! We have to go right now!
Oops, haven't done that.
You've reached the happy home of Brenda and Derek Southwaite.
Unhappily, we're not at home right now. In fact, we won't be back for a couple of weeks, so why don't you just call back then?
In the meantime, we set the alarm, so if you're calling because you're thinking about burglarizing us, think again.
Hello?
Hi, Carl. This is Nancy Drew again.
Can't talk now. Sorry. No.
And pick me up a double while you're at it, okay? Yo, what's up?
Is this Elsa Sybilhoff?
Used to be. Now it's just Sybil.
Sybil?
Sybil. That's what I'm going to call myself when I audition for Canadian Idol.
You're a singer?
Rockstar. At least I'm about to be. Who's this?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm calling from the Icicle Creek Lodge. I hear you had some tire problems while you were here?
Oh, yeah, right. It was that wolf. I heard it howling all night, and the next morning I went outside, and it just ripped my tires apart, every single one of them. That place is jinxed. I had to quit. Working there was just plain dangerous. So, if you're trying to deny my unemployment claim, forget it. I had every right to leave that job.
No, I'm just trying to get additional information, that's all.
Oh, well, bad stuff was happening all over the place up there. One guy fell down the stairs and broke his leg, his whole family got food poisoning, and now I hear they got bombs going off up there. It's just a bad place to work, you know? My unemployment claim is totally legit.
Your tires getting all torn up like that didn't have something to do with L, did it?
L?
L, as in I'm going to sell your collection of troll dolls on eBay?
You found his stupid letters. Okay, so it was Larry. My insanely jealous ex-boyfriend. He got all crazed when I couldn't take time off to visit him and slashed my tires, the psycho. I blamed it on the wolf so I'd have a legitimate reason to quit and get on the pokey for a while. I just needed some time off and some cash, just enough to jumpstart my career, you know? Because I got talent, I really do. But you're right, I shouldn't have lied like that. Look, I'll contact the unemployment office and tell them the truth, okay?
Good idea. What happened to Larry?
All I know is he's finally out of my life. Take it from me. Do not ever, ever, ever think for 1 second that having a jealous boyfriend is in any way, shape, or form a good thing. Because it's not. It's the worst. Got that, Nanook?
Nancy.
In fact, I'm writing a song about it. It's called Slash Your Jealousy, Spare My Tires. Get it? Spare My Tires. I'll probably sing it on Canadian Idol. Hey, you want to hear it?
No. In fact, I'd better get going. Good luck on the show, though, and thanks for the advice.
Anytime.
That's finished. Been there, done that. Check.
Stop! How dare you trespass here? You shall pay for your insolence. You win. Heads up. Whatever you're really cold, just squeeze the toasty pack and you'll get a burst of heat. It only works when you're already cold, and you can only use one toasty pack at a time.
It is really, really cold out here. Wrong again. Wrong again. That won't do. That won't do. I snagged a sturgeon. Huh, there goes my line. Two feet, but not a northern pike. That won't do. That won't do. I snagged a sturgeon. Huh, there goes my line. There we go, a 2-foot northern pike. No more fishing for me. Oh my gosh, whoever threw that ice ball at me must have set off an explosion that shattered the ice. And my jacket's gone. No wonder I'm so cold. A coat. I need to make it to shore by jumping from ice floe to ice floe and put on that coat before I freeze to death. Whoever threw that ice ball at me must have set off an explosion that shattered the ice. And my jacket's gone. No wonder I'm so cold. A coat. I need to make it to shore by jumping from Icicle to Icicle and put on that coat before I freeze to death. I'm getting sleepy. I don't know whose this is or why that wolf left it here, but at least now I won't freeze to death. I feel warmer already. There's a note in one of the pockets. Since I can't go back the way I came, maybe these tracks will lead me to shelter. Avalanche Ridge. Not exactly reassuring. The snow's so deep, I'm sinking up to my knees. If I want to follow those tracks, I'm gonna need some snowshoes. Ski tracks, probably Yanni's. I bet if I follow them, I'll wind up back at the lodge. If I don't get warm soon, I may not make it. Ah, warm again. Been there, done that. Check. Been there, done that. That's finished. That's finished. That's finished. Been there, done that. Oops, haven't done that.